Welcome everybody to Clarington Kia, and today we have a really special vehicle for you. This is a 2020 Toyota Prius Prime PHEV. This is a plug-in hybrid. It's a fantastic find here at Clarington Kia on our pre-owned lot. There are just over 24,000 kilometers on this Prius, no accident history, and it's in incredible condition. And that's part of the purpose of this video, is actually to show you the condition of the Prius, as well as talk about the great features and of course the EV component of that. I'm quite familiar with EVs. I have two myself, so I'm going to get into some detail about this vehicle, starting off right now with what is underneath the hood. So the Prius Prime features a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine. Now that's the ICE component, or the internal combustion engine component. The hybrid component is a 90 kilowatt electric motor powered by an 8.8 kilowatt hour battery. So when we say 8.8 kilowatt hour battery, an example of the size, or a reference to that size, would be a Tesla Model 3 standard range has like a 55 kilowatt hour battery. So this is 1/5 of a full EV size of battery, but that 8.8 kilowatt hours will give you up to 40 kilometers of all electric range. So you can drive up to 40K in just electric mode, and then after that it will obviously turn and switch to the gas engine. But this is why plug-in hybrids are so popular, and quite frankly the future of electric vehicle markets, as far as I think will be the mass. Now you're going to see a lot of EVs of course, but the plug-in hybrid allows you to have a gas engine and the electric component and not have any range anxiety. Let's face it, after 40K this car just turns into a regular gas car. It will recharge the battery through two different ways. There is a plug on the other side, which I'll show you in a bit, as well as regenerative braking. Now, regenerative braking is not actually braking. It is taking that electric motor, putting it into reverse when you lift and coast, and slow down the vehicle. It charges that battery back up, hence the regenerative. So that's how that works, and that's the components of this PHEV Prius Prime. Now, all that being said, with the gas and hybrid motor combined, you can achieve 4.3 liters per 100 kilometers combined. It's an incredibly fuel efficient vehicle, which is why it's so popular, which is why this is really the way of the future. But you can buy it now because it's here. All right, that is the EV PHEV gas component overview of this car. Now let's start looking at the condition as well as some of the great features. As I take a swing to the right here, you get a nice side profile view. This is a really elegant design. It is a hatchback design. You've got 5 full seats in the car. Adult passengers will fit in the back, and you're going to see when we get to the back end how elegant it is. I really do love the design of this car. That's not just a sales thing. I'm being quite honest with you. We have aerodynamic wheels up front, 15-inch. Now those are specially designed so that way the air doesn't pass into the cooling brakes, but actually passes on the outside of the vehicle, because that would make it more aerodynamic. You don't really need to cool brakes in the PHEV because we're regenerating braking quite a bit on this vehicle. You can see this nice silvery kind of tan color on the exterior paint. The paint's in fantastic condition. If we see any dings, dents, scratches, I will point them out to you as we go through the video. You won't have to pause. You don't need a magnifying glass. I'm here to show you the condition because it is used. So, you know, there might be a few little things on it and you would want to know before you came down to look at it, which is why we do these videos. Now, here's the back end that I was telling you about. How elegant is that? I love the dip in the rear trunk lid here. Obviously, that is for aerodynamics, but it just gives it a really fantastic look to the vehicle as well. You'll see the nice Prius Prime logo on the back, and then this rear reflector really completes the sporty look on the back end. As I take a step back here, give you a better idea. But it is quite a stunning vehicle to see in person. And of course, because it is a hybrid, it does have the blue Toyota logo instead of just the regular black one. Now let's open up the trunk so you can see that hatchback design. Now we've got lots of room back here. We do have the cargo cover still in the car, which is a bonus. Usually that somebody leaves that in the garage and you never see it again. We've got the floor mats, and then underneath here we have our 120 charger. So this is a slow charger. In other words, you're going to plug this into a regular outlet that you can see here, and that's going to slow charge the vehicle. It will probably take a good 10 to 12 hours overnight for this to charge up, but you can do it that way. You can just plug it into the regular outlet, you don't need to purchase a level 2 charging station or rewire your garage. You could just charge it that way overnight. So that's a big benefit of having the PHEV. You don't need to get that level 2 charger. Would it be a benefit? Absolutely. Should you do it now before the costs go up? I would, but you don't have to. Here is your charging port here, right? So plug it in there, it charges overnight, and then you're good to go next day with a full battery. Taking a step back, driver or passenger side here, I don't see any dings, dents, or scratches. I'm looking for them, but I really don't see anything. This is in really, really excellent condition, which makes sense. Only 24,000 kilometers on it. As we come around to the front, have a look at the stunning headlight design. Again, the Prius really just stepped out of the mold and made this car look extra special. It doesn't have a kind of dumb futuristic look. It's just got some really great lines. Some EVs, they get kind of crazy. I love what Toyota did. We've got the LED daytime running lights, LED headlights, driving lights down there on the side, the nice blue Toyota logo because it does plug-in hybrid. So that's the exterior of this. Now let's go take a look on the inside. We'll start with the back seat. Oops, and I left the paper mat in there. I was taking photos earlier. I apologize. This does not come with the car. This is not an accessory. Leather seating in the rear, and as you can see, it's in fantastic condition. There's no rips, tears, stains, or burns, no odors in the car. We've got 2 USB ports in the back here to make sure that if you got little ones back here, they're all charged up. And then of course we have an armrest built into that center seat there. Non-smoker vehicle too, there's no odors in the vehicle, that's important to know. And then up front driver and passenger seat, those are as well in excellent condition. We have the power driver seat in this version here. And then, again, nice looking seats there. Now let's hop in. Okay, so now we're inside. Oh, the air conditioning is nice and cold. It was a little warm in here before. Let's turn that down. It's a nice thing about climate control. It does it very quickly. So up front here, we have a leather wrapped steering wheel. We've got our volume control on the steering wheel, our Bluetooth controls. We have our heated steering wheel switch here, our lane keeping assist, our adaptive cruise control here as well. And then some switches here for, I believe, the center console up top there, which I'll show you in a second. We've got automatic headlights, which I'll switch back. I wanted them on so you can actually see what the headlights look like. And then I'll give you a quick pan down before we get into the full details, but here's what the center stack looks like on the Prius. It's quite unique. What you'll notice first of all is we have a portrait touchscreen system instead of a landscape one. Most of them go sideways. This is a portrait, much like the Model S, Tesla Model S, which is kind of nice. You can fit a lot of really interesting information on that screen too, which is cool. And then we have our driver's gauges, but they're more in the center up here. So you can see we've got 24,184 kilometers on this. It is averaging right now 3.3 liters per 100 kilometers, which is incredible. As I mentioned, this is a fantastic vehicle for fuel mileage. So if you're driving higher kilometers, you're going to love this. It's going to save you on fuel. Right now, it's showing you that the battery is being used to power the heating and air conditioning system. That's what that graphic will display there. You'll see the engine sometimes putting power back into the motor. It's kind of a comprehensive display to explain to you what is happening with the plug-in hybrid. And then that green light there is telling you that it's EV ready, so you can drive this in just the EV mode, and that's what that green ready sign indicates. Now, having a look down here at our, I can't remember the size of this. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't recall the size. I think it's at a 12-inch display, but it's portrait, so it's kind of a weird measurement. But you can see we've got the navigation up top, right, and that goes all full screen as well. You got your climate control at the bottom. If you hit audio, oops, where's the, oh, see, now I'm learning, yeah, volume control right there. So when you hit the audio, that comes up here as well. We do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built into this, as well as Sirius satellite radio. So all of your digital music streaming services, everything will be available using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And then when we put this in reverse, which I'll show you, this is kind of an interesting gear shifter. So over and then up, puts it in reverse, and then you get the rear view camera up top here, nice and clear display. And then you would go back over here, over and down to put it into drive, and then P puts it back into park. And then when we look over here, you've got the different drive modes. So you have normal, power, eco. And obviously, if you drive it in eco mode, it's going to get the most fuel efficient and EV efficient range that you can. If you put it in sport, it uses that electric motor to give you as much horsepower as you possibly can have to make this a really fun drive. And then this here is your EV mode button. So you can put this into just strictly EV. Now, it needs a more or less full battery to do that, but you can certainly just use that there, or you can do EV Auto. EV Auto, again, same idea. It's going to choose the best efficiency for you to make sure that you get the longest range as well as best fuel economy for your drive. And then we have a wireless cell phone charger, driver and passenger heated seats, and then our cup holder down here in the center, as well as a nice little bit of armrest storage as well here. Lots of little junk containers, USB ports, everything here, kind of where you would expect it to be. But yeah, I mean, a nice looking layout of interior. I like the portrait style screen. This is nice and simple up top here. And then the advantage of having your speedometer there, it's just a quick look down from looking ahead, which is nice. And I'll just show you the screen here one more time, just to show you. So now you can see the engine is powering the electric motor is charging the battery is running the air conditioning. So it's kind of doing a cool cycle here as it turned on after I hit the EV button, because it was trying to do something that it was not ready to do because of the battery. It's not fully charged right now. So that's kind of why that does that. Now let's hop back out here and we'll finish up by telling you that this car is available right here at Clarington Kia. It's a fantastic find. We are considered EV specialists in the game, myself included. So if you have any EV questions or questions about this vehicle specifically, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Mike. I am the general sales manager here, but anyone on our amazing team is here, ready, available to help you get behind the wheel of this Toyota Prius Prime plug-in hybrid. You found a fantastic vehicle at a fantastic store, and we can't wait to help you purchase this Prius. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a little bit, and come see us here at Clarington Kia. Bye-bye.